What's up guys, this is Balázs from Racing Brick. A few months ago I created a video about the powered up large and extra large motors, trying to figure out if there's any real difference between them regarding their performance. I received a lot of comments and suggestions on that video, so today here is round 2. I will use multiple power sources this time, rechargeable batteries, alkaline batteries, even the new buggy 3.0 Pro. I also took these 3 Technic sets that have either L or XL motors used for propulsion by default and build another variant with the other type of motor for comparison. Let's get started. So about the power sources first. In the last video I only used the Ladda rechargeable batteries from IKEA, and some of you said that their voltage is not high enough to use the full potential of the motors, and with the lower voltage the XL motor has a disadvantage. I will use again the IKEA Ladda batteries as standard rechargeables. Nominal voltage is 1.2 volts for each. Then I have some lithium-ion rechargeables with 1.5 volts. It should be equal or better than the alkalines. I have brand new Duracell Plus alkalines and also the buggy 3.0 Pro where we get around 11 volts. Rechargeable batteries and the buggy's unit will be recharged fully between tests. Alkalines will have an equally minimal runtime in each configuration to keep a similar battery level. Here are the models I will use. Stickered ones are the stock versions, the modified ones are without stickers. The rally car originally has an XL motor for driving, the one without the stickers has an L motor instead. The situation is the exact opposite for the buggy, that one has an L motor originally, the one without the stickers has an XL one. The 4x4 Extreme Off-Roader uses 2 XL motors originally, the modified one has 2 L motors. I will use the 2 smaller sets for speed comparison and will check also their climbing abilities to see the performance when the motors are geared up, and I will use the Extreme Off-Roader with my 5-minute gear swap to see the difference when the motors are geared down and torque has a significance instead of speed. I'm using the Powered Up app with some custom code instead of the Control Plus app to ensure both vehicles have 100% power applied and they start the same time. I only have one buggy's unit and one set of lithium-ion batteries, so those tests will be recorded one after the other. As a start, let's see the speed difference of the motors with the different power sources. I will use the good old Lego speed computer and also the Powered Up app to show the RPM level of each motor. In the first test, the motor runs freely. Then in the second test, the motor has some resistance added with these clutch gears. Here's a table with the results. The number you see is the average of 10 measurements with the app. With the motor running without any load, the XL motor seems to be roughly 10% faster than the L one with each power source and voltage level. This is so far in line with my previous observations. Now let's see the results with the load from the clutch gears. This table is more interesting, as the loaded values are much closer to each other. The difference is between 1 and 4%, and with the accuracy of this test it is pretty much negligible, so we can say that even with this moderate load, the speed advantage of the XL motor seems to disappear. Time to do a few runs with the rally car. It is quite a challenge to run both cars straight and the course is pretty short, but you can get the idea. I don't see any significant speed difference between the 2 motors with either of the power sources. Here are the same tests with the buggy. The results are pretty similar again. No significant difference in speed between the L and the XL motor variant. So, based on these tests, I would say with a lightweight build aiming for speed and no climbing, it does not really matter if an L or an XL motor is used. Let's see the climbing performance. I chose the buggy because it has much bigger wheels. Climbing with the rally car is pretty difficult. I did a whole bunch of tests to see which is the incline that is near the limit of the given model and power source combination. As you see, the conventional power sources, meaning the 2 different rechargeable AA batteries and the alkaline batteries, behave more or less the same. There's no significant difference between them. But let's take a closer look at the buggy's runs. Here the version with the L motor stops much sooner with a sudden power cut. The XL version can easily climb the same ramp. So, time to check the climbing performance of the off-roader. It is actually pretty impressive even with the rechargeable batteries. I can't make the ramp any steeper without risking the vehicle to tip over, so I have to find another way to test the motors. I added a weight of 2 kg to the front. Now it is much more challenging for the rechargeable batteries. The L motor variant can't even start the climb. With a little help it starts but stops soon. This is again a limitation coming from the hub. The XL version, on the other hand, can comfortably climb the same ramp with the same weight. The difference is very similar with the other type of AA batteries. The XL version can climb this ramp, the L version cannot. Here's the difference with the buggy 3.0 Pro, and this really shows you what's going on. The version with the L motor stops at the very bottom with a power cut, but the XL version climbs without any issues. Check this out, it could actually climb a much steeper ramp, but even with the weight at the front it would fall down without some manual help. Time to wrap up. Based on the tests, I would say we have two different use cases. The first one is with the light vehicles where the motor output is direct or even slightly geared up, such as the rally car or the buggy. In this case, the aim is clearly speed, and there's not much difference between the performance of the two motors. L motors need less space, so if you want to run fast on flat surfaces, then it might be a better choice. If you want to use the same lightweight vehicle with the same gearing for obstacles with a regular AA power source, then there's still not much difference. If you provide a significantly higher voltage with the buggy's unit, then things are changing and the XL motor will have a better climbing performance. The other scenario is for the heavier vehicles with geared down motor outputs. I would emphasize heavier, since as you saw the 4x4 Extreme Off-Roader with the swapped gearing could climb steeper ramps even with the rechargeable batteries than its construction allows. For heavy and slow vehicles, the XL motor is a clear winner. There's a visible difference with the AA power sources and the Technic Hub, and the difference is even bigger with the buggy's unit. If you are building something big, heavy and slow, the XL motor will perform better. So, what do you think about the results? Please let me know in the comments. If you like this video, then please give it a thumbs up. You can also subscribe and tap the notification bell if you don't want to miss my Technic reviews and other LEGO RC videos. See you next time, bye bye.